Well, distinguished hosts and honored guests, champions of the Jewish values, I am deeply honored and humbled to address you at this special event taking place at Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. I am proud to bring with me the greetings of the State of Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. I am also proud to be here as the first openly gay member of Knesset to be elected in a wide and open primary in Israel. I believe my being elected is not about me. It is about the people of Israel. It shows the beauty of our people. I mean, look at our neighborhood. The so-called moderate regimes in our region are imprisoning gays, whereas if you were not as fortunate and was born as an LGBT in one of the less moderate ones, you may tragically find your death in various horrific ways. Greetings to our dear Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, one of the most talented, knowledgeable, and articulate advocates not only for the Jewish people and the State of Israel, but for the love of mankind. I know, Shmuley, I know that the Prime Minister appreciates your good work. Greetings to our honored co-hosts, Mr. and Mrs. Judy and Michael Steinhardt, and Dr. Miriam and Sheldon Adelson, who are deeply engaged in what I consider one of the most essential projects of today's Zionism, the Birthright Program, or as we call it in Hebrew, Taglit. Now, let me tell you a short story from the early years of Tel Aviv, the city in which I live, to demonstrate how important this program is. On March of 1921, one of the greatest statesmen who ever lived, one to whom humanity owes a great debt, Sir Winston Churchill, came to visit the young Tel Aviv. Mayor Dizengoff, the first mayor of Tel Aviv, was eager to impress Churchill. He borrowed big, mature trees from the surrounding area and replanted them throughout Rothschild Boulevard that had no trees yet. The sight was indeed impressive. Churchill was talking of how miraculously the young city had developed, and Dizengoff had a satisfied Cheshire cat grin from ear to ear. Then, as the wind began to blow and the crowd gathered, some of the trees began to fall down. Churchill burst out with laughter and told the embarrassed mayor, "My dear Mr. Dizengoff, without roots, nothing will grow here." And this, my dear friends, this is exactly what this vital Birthright initiative does, connecting thousands of young Jews to their very roots, because without roots, nothing will grow here. Speaking of roots, I come here to the heart of this city that never sleeps, not too far from the Statue of Liberty, that radiates the message of freedom, not only to this great nation, but to the entire world. I come here from the eternal capital of the Jewish people. I come from the city of King David, the city that Jews yearned for and prayed to for more than 2,000 years. Can you imagine that? Jerusalem was and is mentioned by Jews all over the world, both in the happiest moments of their lives and in the lower depths that humanity has ever known. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand wither, let my tongue stick to my palate if I cease to think of thee, if I do not keep Jerusalem in my memory, even at my happiest hour. And during moments of despair and anguish, from Auschwitz to Morocco, the Jews all had the same hope: next year in Jerusalem. Well, we haven't forgotten. Next year has come. We are back in Jerusalem, never to leave again. And I stand here, my friends, because both America and Israel share a common destiny, sharing in the common values of freedom and life and hope and faith in mankind. And we must not forget, both nations are facing the same enemies. Since its rebirth, and even prior to that, Israel has been facing continuous terror attacks motivated not by a lack of hope, as I hear some make this claim. On the contrary, that terror is motivated by a devious hope. Hope that, like the British before us and like the Ottomans before them, we too shall give up and leave this land. And I, as one who knows terror too well, who spent 12 years in my life in our defense forces, both in the IDF and Shin Bet, the Israeli security agency, and still consider myself a soldier for Israel, I say that the people of Israel will win this battle too. Little do they know, our enemies, how deep are the Jewish people rooted in the Promised Land. Roots that reveal the story of our ancient people as you dig deeper and deeper in the land. Golda Meir, our fourth prime minister and a remarkable lady, had once said that Israel has a unique secret weapon, making it possible for us to win each and every war, even being outnumbered, which is, we have nowhere else to go. Well, we don't need nowhere else. Our commitment to our predecessors, those who survived the Holocaust and those who didn't survive, is not merely to survive, but to demonstrate to the world and our neighbors that even under the most serious threats, even surrounded by regimes that trample on women's rights, LGBT rights, freedom of speech, regimes that strive to exterminate our very existence and get nuclear weapons to do so. Even with all the difficulties that Israel faces, and even as we speak, Israel faces mortar shells launched from Gaza, in which, as you all well know, there is not a single Israeli soldier since Israel left Gaza in 2005. Even given all of that, we are keen not only to survive, but to maintain an open, pluralistic, accepting, and vibrant society. My friends, next week, we will celebrate Israel's Independence Day. Israel will be 68 years young. But our struggle for independence is not over yet. Remember that poster of Uncle Sam saying, "We want you"? Well, we need you. We want you and we need you. With your involvement, our roots will continue to be strong for future generations. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the close, unbreakable friendship between us. Thank you for not giving up even when the road is difficult. Thank you for all your love, means, and efforts to strengthen the bond between our two great nations. and thank you for this great honor. God bless you.